What's up, guys? On the fly, the final score in Triple Threat main event here live Sunday morning update. Yeah, I didn't get back last. Well, let me get it over here where you can actually. Is my mic working? Let me get it over here where you can actually hear me. Uh, but yeah, last night I did not make it back for the Cowboys game. I woke up later, uh, got to see the end of that, and there you go. That's something we'll talk about here. Yeah, Happy New Year's Eve. Today is 12/31, 2023. So it's some kind of acronym they got out there for something like that. It's not. Maybe it was yesterday, but hope you guys have a happy New Year. Got big plans tonight. Please be safe. Send your prayers out to we're in North Carolina. There was a law enforcement that had his life taken away last night in Greensboro, North Carolina. We pray for the family of that officer and for his department in Greensboro. It's uh, terrible, terrible. Um, Last night, we talked about the whole Florida State thing, and yeah, they got beat. I think it was 63-3. May have set the record for the biggest margin of defeat in bowl game history. And people still coming up. Oh, they didn't belong. You okay? That 24 guys opted out. I'm not going to keep talking about that. But anyway, um, NFL schedule today. It's not a full schedule because they had some games. The game last night, Dallas and Detroit, great game. I watched a little bit of the first four. I dozed off, and then I came back and watched the end of it. I don't know how that got screwed up. I mean, an offensive lineman reports as eligible. It's not that hard for a referee to understand that. Uh, and then to have a 2-point conversion that would have won the game for the Lions, would have won the game, and the referee makes that call, says he didn't report when. What I'm saying is, and I've been reading a lot of posts this morning, and there's been one person that he's a Cowboy fan and he is very knowledgeable about football, and his comments are exactly my comments. It's exactly how I feel. The referees have too much freaking power. People are saying it's rigged. It's rigged. That's why they made this call. I don't know about the rigging part. I know referees make mistakes. I understand that, but they're not held responsible for it. I've been saying this for years. I've been saying it for years, guys. Hold these guys responsible. I mean, they say, well, if they're graded, and if they don't, if they're not, if their grade isn't high enough, they don't get to work the playoffs. Big freaking deal. Punish them somehow. Make them sit out a game. Make them, like you do the players. Hold them accountable for bad calls. I get so tired, and ever since I was a teenager, it would make me so mad, and it didn't matter whose team it was, when the NFL would botch a call that could possibly change the outcome of a game, and then come back on Monday and say and send like a message to that team said, yeah, we realize we messed up that call. What good is it doing? That's just like slapping me in the face. I mean, it does no good. You might as well have just said, oh, well. I mean, don't tell me. I mean, I know you screwed it up. Don't come out and officially tell me unless there's going to be repercussions on somebody. You know, if a coach criticizes or a player criticizes the referee, they get fined, right? Well, how about doing that to a referee that makes a bad call, that makes a coach or a player criticize that call? If you find out he's made a bad call, fine him. It's ridiculous, guys. That had a lot of not outcomes, but that had a lot of implications for them making that call. You know, that if the Lions win that game, they finish no lower than a 2 seed, possibly a 1 seed, if San Francisco were to lose. So you know, and I'm not telling you, don't take this Cowboy fans as like, oh yeah, the Cowboys paid off the referees. I don't think the Cowboys paid off the referees. Although you'll get some people saying that. But there's got to be something that the NFL can do to hold these referees more accountable for these bad calls. It goes all the way back to, and I'll say it for the Steelers, all the way back to 1998, the Thanksgiving Day game against the Lions, going into overtime. I think I don't know which one he called, but Bettis called tails. The referee said he called heads, and the coin ended up on tails. Detroit gets the ball. That was back before they changed the rules on overtime. Detroit gets the ball, goes down the field, scores, wins the game. I mean, that's not the best example. That's one example where the referee, and you saw the referee going, no, he said this, where the referee said he couldn't be wrong. And I'm like, you know, and I deal with referees all the time, guys. You know, been a coach for a while. I've been with referees a lot. I've dealt with some great ones. I've dealt with some terrible ones. But there's got to be something in place in the NFL where they can hold these referees accountable for bad calls, because there's been a lot of them this year. There's been a lot. There's been more bad calls this year than I remember any year in the NFL. But you know, that's how the cookie crumbles. You gotta deal with it. Talked a little bit last night about the AEW pay-per-view. Man, it was wild. Of course, the big thing was MJF versus Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe wins, gets the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, and the devil, the masked devil, and his minions came out. Well, the minions came out and had MJF after the match was over with, and then Adam Cole comes down hurt. I mean, and then the lights go out as they're about to hit Adam Cole with a chair, and the lights come back on. Adam Cole sitting in the chair. He's been the devil the whole time, and who knows what is going to happen with MJF. He's reportedly his contract's up. A lot of people were saying he made a comment the other day. He was definitely going to take some time off, which I can't blame him. He said he had a lot of injuries, and I can't blame him. But there's a lot of talk that he might be going WWF or WWE, excuse me. Forgive me. Royal Rumble, which I doubt. I doubt his contract will let him do that. I think the no compete clause in his contract will not allow him to do that. But whew, I'm telling you guys, this cold has lit me up. That's what kept me off of here last night when the Cowboys game, that medicine and you can hear it in my voice too. I know you can. Looking at 50 years ago, you guys realize 50 years ago, AC/DC and Journey played their first concerts. That was 1973, year I was born. Let's see. Just looking, but that, that was really what I wanted to get across, was about the referee thing, because I know that there's a lot of talk going on. I've seen a lot of talk this morning, and even with the Florida State talk yesterday, guys. Believe me, I'm not a Florida State fan, but it's just like I asked the NC State fan last night. If NC State had finished undefeated in the ACC in a Power 5 conference and they got left out, would you be upset? And his comment back was, well, if I thought we weren't as good as the rest, couldn't handle them, I wouldn't be upset. That's any team that goes undefeated in a power conference and doesn't get in there, your fans are going to be upset if you get left out, especially with two teams with one loss. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. We got 7 in here. Thank you guys for coming here and listening to me ramble on about nothing. Thank you guys on Twitter. You guys on Twitter, if you want to comment, you can leave a comment. Let's see. What else went on last night? Auburn gets thrashed by Maryland. Looks like the Arizona Bowl was good. Wyoming beat Toledo by 1. So tomorrow, the bowl games, the Citrus Bowl, Iowa versus Tennessee. Iowa will not score many points, I grant you that. Alabama versus Michigan, of course, in the Rose Bowl, and then Texas and Washington finish it out. Started that game at 8:45. Alabama, Michigan start at 5. Let's see what we got here. Hold on, we got a message here. But yeah, looking forward to that. I may actually watch some of them. I don't know for sure. I haven't watched, like I said, I haven't watched much bowl games because it's so freaking disgusting right now. I don't know. Sports has changed a lot from when I became a big time sports fan. So Mostert is out today against the Ravens for the Dolphins. That'll probably make a big difference. Of course, LaFlop, he's questioning a replay after a late shot ruled a 2-pointer. Of course, that would, if it went the other way, he would have said, well, they didn't need to change that anyway. He's such a crybaby. I don't know. Wyoming kicks game-winning field goal to defeat Toledo, so that was a good game. Georgia steamrolls Florida State 63-3. The Braves acquired Sale for Red Sox for Grissom. Big trade in the NBA, which I couldn't tell you who any of the guys in the NBA are right now. But anyway, I will probably be on later this afternoon when the NFL games start. But I just want to do a quick Sunday morning update. And you guys have a great morning, and I'll see you this afternoon.